Hello and welcome back to a new video. And today we are going to do Star Wars tier lists. And I think you guys already know my opinion on most of these movies. But if you don't, I'm going to rank them right now. I'm a little upset. Couldn't find a tier list that had what was it? The 2007 Clone Wars, the animation. I guess it's not here, but that would have been about like here, right? It had been on bad tier. Made me cry when I was like 4. So I don't like that. But anyways, let's get to the video. I guess this is alphabetically ordered, but I'm going to do it chronologically. So I'm going to start off with episode 1. Where's that episode 1? Episode 1, here it is. So this one had Darth Maul. He was pretty cool. This one had Jar Jar Binks. He was good. He was pretty funny. But oof, the rest of that movie, that was not good. Like the last 20 minutes was solid good. Like if it was just the 20 minutes, it'd been like good tier because it was good. I don't know, man. It's not as bad as other movies, but it wasn't meh. I'll just say it's bad. It'd go here. Now episode 2. Obi-Wan was the only good thing about this movie, alright? I don't want to hear anything else. Worst tier. Worst movie there was. Maybe some other movies. But let me explain this one, alright? So, Jango Fett, he could have been pretty cool. But they killed Maul in the last movie. Spoilers, if you guys didn't know that. So they killed Maul in the last movie. So they had to bring in Dooku, Count Dooku, who came out of nowhere. When I watched it, I was pretty confused. I'm like, who is this? Why? Could have been Sidious or Palpatine with his hood on, so they wouldn't recognize him. That'd be pretty cool. Or because they had bring in General Grievous on the third movie. Why wouldn't you bring in General Grievous here? It would make some sense. But yeah, we were getting about 3 villains for the first 3 movies. I like the representation of it, right? It showed Anakin in his 3 stages. Darth Maul was the powerful stage. Count Dooku was the fallen Jedi stage, and then Grievous was the droid stage that he later becomes. I thought that was pretty cool. Good message. But other than that, man, that movie is unwatchable. I haven't watched that for pleasure in a long time. Now, episode 3, excellent. All right, I don't want to hear anything. Oh, it's a prequel movie. Well, you know what? Prequel movies are usually down here. This is the exception. All right, this is original movies. All I gotta say, it tied in excellently to the original trilogy, and I really like that. I thought that was a great cinematic movie. Obi-Wan and Anakin. Anakin was getting so much shit for this. Or oh, I'm gonna get demonetized after that one. Anakin was getting so much trash for this that it was like, oh, this is a bad movie. Anakin's in it, and look at what he was in the Attack of the Clones. I liked Anakin in it. I really did. I thought he was a pretty good actor in it, and his anger, I like that with the final fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin. But that doesn't make up the entire movie. It's not. Oh, that fight was great. Yeah, the Yoda, Palpatine fight, and Palpatine's my favorite character, by the way. Spoilers. So I love this movie. It had him in it like the most amount of time from any movie, and like Order 66. I thought that was great. I think it's probably my second favorite part of any movie, other than this one. I'm not gonna spoil this, but yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. When he killed Dooku and Palpatine said, "Do it." Hopefully that meme never dies. But let's get into the next one. What one came? I know this one came in 2015, but I don't know when this was supposed to take place. I think this one's earlier. So I'm gonna rate this one. I'd put it here. Yeah, I'd put it here. It's not better than episode 1. I like the premise. I really like the premise. Young Han and Chewbacca meeting. I thought that was pretty cool. That was a good part. It just had no real connection to any other movies. This was a standalone film, and you could watch it, have a great time, right? But it didn't really have a overarching arc between all the movies. So that was I'd rather have like a Clone Wars movie with real people in it instead of the animation. I'd rather have that than a Solo movie. Or I would like an Obi-Wan movie. That'd be pretty cool. maybe a Darth Plagueis movie. That'd be. But like Han Solo, you kind of already know his backstory. He meets Lando from trading. If you've read like the books and stuff, so I didn't really need this. But if people who don't read books, uh, they could like it. They could easily like it. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go to next one. This is Rogue One. It was good. I wouldn't put it excellent, but I would put it pretty good. I could not. The only reason I wouldn't put an excellent, I could not name all the characters in this. I know Jin and Cassian and Krennic, right? Those are the three people. But what makes this so good is that Vader part at the very end of the movie. I I was getting nightmares for that for like 2 weeks straight. That was amazing. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Uh, anything else good about it? You got to see the Death Star blow or shoot a laser, and that was pretty badass. Uh, Tarkin was pretty cool too. I liked Krennic. Sad. I would rather have Tarkin in it a little when he was a little younger, but I understand that the guy who did it died, so it was fine. But I felt like it had a potential to be like excellent tier. You know what? I'm gonna change that. Alright. I don't like saying excellent. So God tier. Worst is worst. I think that's gonna be one of the only movies in it. All right, but I'm gonna go to the next one. Chronological order. I'd put A New Hope. Yeah, this is one that started it all. I don't think it's better than Empire Strikes Back though, and actually not Empire Strikes Back. That's a spoiler. Sorry. Oh my God, what is it? Revenge of the Sith. I don't think it was better than Revenge of the Sith, but it's the one that started it all, and it's easily rewatchable. Uh, all the iconic people are there. You got Luke, Leia, Han, and Vader makes his first appearance. You don't see Vader a lot, but he does. The one thing that I like though that this movie did not have, it's obviously Palpatine, right? But Obi-Wan dying, that's very memorable, and I like that part of it. It was pretty sad, but it was nice. The one question I have about this movie though, why doesn't Obi-Wan know who R2-D2 is when he was in the sand, right? That was annoying. I'm like, okay, whatever. Um, but then he knows C-3PO too, right? He knows C-3PO. He was with that droid for most of the time. It's like, not that he just doesn't know R2. He was in the like the car with C-3PO when that dune buggy when they're going out to meet the sand people, right? Or come back to his house. So questions, some plot holes here, but it wasn't the movie who created the plot holes, so that's why I don't give it the credit of the plot holes. That was the rest of the movies. That was the prequels' fault, guys. So can't hate on that. All right, Empire Strikes Back. I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I can't have too many god tiers. So these two, amazing. Empire Strikes Back, easily the most rewatchable movie ever from all these. Uh, uh, yeah, Revenge of the Sith. You need to know some of the premise, but Empire Strikes Back is easy a good versus evil movie, and that ending, I would say it's like the best ending of all time. Better than this ending because there was no real surprise. You already knew Palpatine was the Sith Lord, but you know it's fine. Anakin turning dark. There's many like little things that were like really cool in this one that made it a great movie. But that ending for Empire Strikes Back, that was great. And I think it was one of the only two sad movies, which is also which is funny because this one was the other sad movie that had a sad ending, right? Han Solo gets taken away, Luke loses his hand, not the arm. He loses his arm. Uh, and they lose their main base on Hoth, right? So I kind of like the sad movies because it makes these endings so much better. This ending, not talking about this ending. All right. So I'm gonna do Return of the Jedi. All right. Meh. It's fine, but like, eh. You know, I don't have much to say about it. The Palpatine, Vader, and Luke was like the only good part about this. The when they go to Jabba, I'm like, why don't they all just rush at once? I think they could take them down easy. All they had to do was like, if Luke comes with like Leia at that very beginning, Luke just mind tricks everyone, right? It'd be a big mind trick. Shows how much power he has. So I don't think the Jabba sequence was that good. So I'm gonna rate it meh. and the middle is pretty slow. You know, the Ewoks, right? Why couldn't it be like, instead of the Ewoks, imagine it was all the Wookiees, right? And you can see Chewie with all of his friends. I thought that would have been a lot better, but you know, merchandise, so they had to. All right, all that we have left are the sequel movies, and including this one and this one, if you want to be like critical about it. So this one was the first movie that I watched when it comes out. If you don't want to talk about the 2007 Clone Wars movie, I mm, did not like it. Right, I felt like it was just a cut and paste of A New Hope, but was worth people. Like I liked Finn and Poe; they were pretty cool. But Rey, right? It's just like she had. Why would she leave her home planet? There's no motivation there. That kind of annoyed me. The ending is like, oh, there's an earthquake separating the two. I'm like, okay, that sounds like really plot handy right there. And it would be such a better movie if Kylo wins in the beginning. Why does Rey win, right? She trained for like what, 2 days? Luke trains for 3 years and finally beats his father. So that's what annoys me, right? Rey comes out of nowhere and she's like, she's the best, right? So that kind of ruins the prequels because Anakin was supposed to be the chosen one. And I don't know. I don't think they should have revived the movie. And if they did, why make a Mary Sue, right? It just annoys me. She beats Kylo, right? There's no reason. You don't need to beat Kylo. The story doesn't need Rey to beat Kylo because you already have a plot device of the earthquake, right? Which that's just annoying. And like the amount of mystery boxes in this movie is like, oh, we don't know Rey's like parents. I didn't really care about that, to be honest. But I cared about how did the lightsaber come out of Bespin? We literally don't know that answer. Spoilers for these two. So if you're not, you have the movie, you have a 2.5 hour movie to explain it, and then you have this uh um Force Awakens movie to explain it for 2 hours. That could have been pretty cool. I would like a flashback for like this Ugnaught, the like tiny small people, to get that lightsaber and give it to Maz, that orange person in this movie. You know, I would have liked to see that. That'd have been bringing back some memories. But no, they get to the boring stuff, right? All right, I like this movie. It's better than this one for sure, but I don't think it's better than this one. All right, and the reason for that is Luke deaths. Luke dies. Spoilers. I'm not gonna tell the spoiler of this one because that one I feel like it's gonna ruin the entire, you know, Star Wars saga experience. But Luke dies, and I'm just thinking, why? You know, he could have actually went to the base because he knew where it was, right? He's just the Force now. I guess the Force knows everything. Great. That's whatever. But it's just, why? Why wouldn't Luke go? He just becomes a total hermit, and it reverses the rules of the originals, and I don't like that. And you know what? Because of that, I think I may put it into the bad tier. I would not watch this movie again. These Met and Up are movies I would watch again. I loved Rogue One. Not love, because I don't remember all the characters. And then we got Rise of Skywalker. I think the ratings itself describes this perfectly. Less than half of the people who like Star Wars like it, and I'm one of those. Now let me explain this, alright? Because I've been seeing a lot of like, oh, it was pretty good. Alright, the soundtracks. Literally no new soundtracks, alright? This is just a mashup of all of the great hits from over here. From Bad and Up. Even Attack of the Clones had some good soundtracks, alright? I'm not going to diss it on that. On the soundtrack department, John Williams, he was pretty good. But, oh my god, dude. They were just abusing the soundtracks. And it didn't even make sense, right? There's like, oh, it's not that uplifting, so why are you playing an uplifting one? Like, the amount of saturation I would feel. That's the good word for this. The saturation in this movie was at an all-time high. And they brought back Palpatine. So that reversed the ending of a Return of the Jedi. So that makes it down here. But you know what? I'm going to remember to Return of the Jedi without this movie because the sequels, as you can see, are not canon anymore. You know, if you signed that petition, I love you guys. People who signed that petition, sequels aren't canon. I think it's like 200,000 people who signed that on I don't petition.com or something like that. I don't remember. Should probably researched it before I made the video. But yeah, I did not like this movie at all. Palpatine coming back was like, oh, he's a clone. I'm like, oh, I guess he's a clone now. Right? It just is what it is. Unwatchable. And then the ending is like, oh, yeah, you forgot about Lando coming back. And he brings the entire galaxy. But in this movie, no one comes back to save them after they reach out. So that kind of contradicts it. Because there's like, what? It was like couple minutes after between this one and that one, I guess. Because, why would it be? And between no one coming back and everyone coming back, why? Do they like Lando instead of like Leia's voice? Man, I don't know, man. But unwatchable. Unwatchable. I could have some fun with this one, but it's not that good. Unwatchable. And then the rest are just, you have to watch just to like Star Wars. Maybe not Rogue One, because that's a standalone film, but you have to watch these two. Sad endings, make this hype, make the, like, it gets the low points, which are really low, and then makes that high point so much better. So that's why I love these two movies, because they really set up the ending of this one, which I wish was better, but it is what it is, and that's going to be the end of the video. It is what it is, alright? Um, I could see some complaints for like, oh, Solo should be higher, it's pretty good. Or maybe even, Force Awakens, which are stupid if you like that. I'm sorry, guys. It's better. But, please like, share this video, and subscribe. Uh, yeah. So, see you guys in 2 to 3 days. I got some new ideas, but I'm not going to spoil them. So, better have that notification on, and see you guys later.